Hello and welcome. We're going to talk today briefly about a very important subject and topic, as well as one that's incredibly misunderstood and misinterpreted in most cases. And so, if you are interested in changing your life, your relationships, your business, your results in any area, then you're going to be interested in the concept of alchemy. Now, we're going to wait just a couple of minutes while Facebook does its thing and notifies people that we're here. So when you come in, just let me know that you're here. Say hello down below. And if you have questions, then put them down below and I'll answer them after the fact because I won't be able to do it here while we're talking. But if you want to change your results, then you have to understand, you really must understand the concepts of alchemy. Now, alchemy has been so shrouded and so misinterpreted for most people. And there's a lot of reasons for this. And one of the main reasons is because there was a concentrated effort years and years ago to stamp out all these teachings by organized religion. And so consequently, these teachings went underground. Consequently, they were shrouded in metaphors and myths and blocks and barriers. And minus a teacher, it's very difficult to understand them. If you've attempted to study any of the materials around alchemy, then you realize that they're next to impossible without a teacher to understand. And that's because typically another reason that has been very misunderstood is because it's been reserved for people who were invited to be initiated into the mystery schools. You had to be formally invited and you had to be formally accepted and you had to be formally recommended by a current member. And so these teachings were not widespread by any means. And yet, they're the principles and the laws of the universe. Now, basically, there are two kinds of alchemy. There's internal alchemy and there's external alchemy. External alchemy is about transmuting, and I'll talk about that in just a moment, transmuting external results. In other words, what is transmutation? It's taking something of low value and literally transmuting it into something of high value. So let me ask you this question. Do you have anything of low value in your life, your relationships, your business, things that you prefer not to have, that you'd like to transmute into something of high value? Well, if the answer is yes, and it probably is, then you need to understand the art and science of alchemy, because alchemy is the art and science of transmutation. And transmutation is very different than transformation. We hear a lot about transformation, and here's the difference, simply put. Transformation is a snake shedding its skin. It gets rid of its skin. You say the snake is transformed, but it's still the same snake. Transmutation, on the other hand, is the caterpillar crawling into the cocoon and transmuting into a butterfly. It is never again a caterpillar. It is literally transmuted. Did you follow me on this? And so consequently, transmutation is taking something in your external world and transmuting it into something completely different, something of low value into something of high value. Now, how do we do this? We do this through internal alchemy. I told you there's two kinds of alchemy. There's internal and there's external. And what the alchemist understands is that for any external alchemy to occur, it must occur internally first. And so your internal world is outpictured into your external world. Do you follow me on this? And that is totally congruent with modern science. Neuroscience tells us every single thing in your external world is a projection of your internal world. And so if you want to project different things into your external world, then you must transmute your internal world first. Well, what does that internal world consist of? Well, psychology tells us that 95% of what you do every single day is driven by your unconscious mind. 95%. Now, what that means is that you are operating on 5% of your full capacity and capability. Do you follow me on this? So 5% of what you do every single day is driven consciously. 95% is driven unconsciously. And so if we're talking about transmutation, we're talking about internal alchemy, then you have to make the unconscious conscious. You have to bring those things that are unconscious into conscious awareness, because you can't change what you're unconscious of. Do you follow me? Does that make sense to you? And so the greatest opportunity you have, bar none, to transmute your external results. It doesn't matter whether it's financial, relational, mental, physical, or spiritual. The greatest opportunity you have to transmute your external results is to transmute your internal results. And how do you do that? Excuse me. You make the unconscious, 95%, conscious. Now, you say, well, James, how do I do that? Well, it takes a lot of work, doesn't it? It takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And what will it cost you to not do that? That's the question to ask. Hey, I don't know if I want to invest all this time and energy in making the unconscious conscious. I don't know if I want to invest all this time and energy into transmuting my internal world, because the price is really high. Well, let me ask you this. What's the price of not doing it? What's the cost of not doing it? It's higher still. Do you follow me on this? And so I could go on, but I'm going to just reel this back here real quickly, because I know you're busy and I know you have things to do. If you want to transmute externally your results, which we can talk about more specifically in a different session, then you have to practice internal alchemy first. You have to change the inside, because the inside always drives the outside. Does that make sense to you? Your psychology, how you think and feel, always drive your strategy, how you act. And so if you want to change your actions and thereby change your results, you have to change what's driving those actions and results. Now, if you're interested in doing this, we have a very unique opportunity for you. It's coming up one time, and it's not going to happen again until 2025 at the very earliest. It's called 21st Century Alchemy, and it's not an event. It's a 14-week course experience. You'll get together with me and Bersabeh every single Monday, live via Zoom, starting February 2nd, running through May 15th of 2023, and we'll dive deep into the concepts of both internal and external alchemy. We'll allow you to peer behind the curtain of the things that have been hidden, things that have been suppressed, things that have been kept from you, because I've been really blessed. I've had some great teachers. And without a teacher, as I said earlier, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to understand what the alchemists are telling us. But when you do understand it, then you really possess the keys of the universe. So if you're interested, I know it's a ways away, but 21st Century Alchemy is a live online course that runs for 14 weeks, and you will join with me and Bersabeh live via Zoom every Monday night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a 14-week period, and you'll learn how to truly become an alchemist. You'll learn the art and science of transmutation. You'll learn how to take your power back. You'll learn your God-given rights and capabilities to create what you desire and deserve. And so if you're interested, please just go to the link and get all the details and reserve your seat. We have $1,000 off on an early bird special right now till the end of this month, November. So grab your seat, reserve your space, and come join us. We'll plug you into a powerful community, and we'll teach you life-changing principles, strategies, and skills. I want to thank you for a couple moments of your day. God bless you. Lots of love to you. And I'll see you at 21st Century Alchemy.